Alright, I think this works. I'm always in doubt. I'm never sure if it's working. Let me just check it out on my phone real quick. Take a second. Can I hear myself? Not really. That's strange. Oh. There we go. Great. Okay, let's keep working on this thing, I guess. Let's see. Maybe I could make it enable full screen so that way it looks a little bit better or something. Okay, I know there were a couple of bugs and a couple of things I needed to fix. It's kind of hot in here for some reason. I'm not quite sure why. But let's just get through the new little demo level that I published today to show a little impression of what the game is like. I think I'm gonna need to put in the stuff that it is bugging out here. Why? Kind of was. It kind of was. There's an end to this little tiny demo, which is the playable version, just to test out the controls so that people can give me some impressions. Which is nice, but I think it's missing some fun. For instance, being able to destroy the statues and the art might be a fun little addition, fun little detail to add. I get the feeling that I might have broken something, but let's see, can I get here? Not even. Okay, this works. This part right here, it goes way slower, and I'm not quite sure why. But you can fall here, which is what I want the player to do. Okay. That sort of works. I just need to find out what the game plan is. So what I'm thinking, little addition here would be the fracture thing. So I think I can do a new fracture in meshes. Fractured. And we can... Do they change it, sort of? Ah, here we go. I think a good way to do it was radial. No, cluster. Yeah, clusters would be good, but maybe less clusters than this. Don't go too crazy, you know? And then I think there was one other thing that I needed to do. As to not show this, but let's just see if it breaks. It's not breaking, so I think there's like damage or something like that. But I think there was one thing that I needed to do with this guy right here, which was display something. Where was this? can be damaged, yes. I think in physics there's a setting in there which is like the mass. So he has to use physics from what I remember. Oh, and the mass here I can maybe make it like 10 or something. Oh yeah, why was this? Can I change it here? Why was it that I couldn't change it from here? I don't remember. I think I might need to go into the asset itself. Find class in content browser. No, before this guy right here. This guy. Okay, I can edit it here. And I think that here I could do that. And once I go here, it's going to be changed. Okay, so for some reason it kind of changes it around, but not everywhere, and I don't know why again. Okay, here it's going to be, I'm going to put it as 5, and I remember there was something here that I could change. Where was this? Damage model, damage threshold. Ah, okay, there we go. So it's gonna be 100, 100, 100, I think. And we'll just test it out like that. And sometimes you set it up in a way where like it'll break by default pretty much. Let me just move this here. Okay, it's too powerful. There was that, and then I remember there was something else in the rendering, which was it was don't show. What was it again? Can be damaged. All of that stuff. Yes. I think it was here. Show bone colors. There. And if I go right here, I think that it can get broken. But it's too strong. It's too strong. Okay. Oh, it's because I'm changing it in the model, but not the instance. And then it breaks. Okay. So obviously I don't want it to break that easily. I want the player to find this Easter egg, I guess. If I can manage to find a value that makes any sort of sense. That is so weird. I'm just afraid that I'm not going to be able to break it at all ever. But if I touch it... Oh, there we go. Hey, it's not very realistic or anything, but whatever. It's just a little bit of fun for the player to have. And then I think in physics, I'm going to make sure that this thing right here, it'll ignore the camera. And that was the setup for that. So hopefully the pieces, when it breaks, are also going to ignore the camera. Great. That's just a little silly Easter egg for players who wonder, hey, what's that? I think that's just gonna make it a little bit more fun here. And I was thinking that maybe, but really I cannot be bothered doing all that work really at this point. It's so not essential. But let's keep working on our initial level that we had before. Just gonna need 1 second. I need to check something out. Need to check the stream health. Chat overlay and launch this little guy. Sorry. Here we go. Okay. Cool stuff. Okay, so now back onto the real demo. Although one thing that I could, whoops, that's not what I meant to do. One thing that I could do though is put this guy right here, since we're gonna need to decorate at some point, and for the player that's curious, they get a little fun. Oh, Mario just crashed. Send a restart. Let me just take a quick break and see what's up. This happens. Okay. Going back here, and now if I press play, so I guess that model makes it crash for some reason. Okay. Now open it back, and if I delete it, it doesn't crash. So that model didn't make it crash for some reason. I don't know why. Okay, so I could always just make another or something. Who knows? I think one thing that I might want to add is the mouse camera controls, because as I am left-handed, I can control the game pretty easily, but as right-handed people play, they have trouble figuring out that the camera moves with the arrows. So a priority should be to really fix the bug on these things, but I don't really know how to do it because I feel like it's with the contacts. Okay. There we go. And then here, force the camera to go here. Oh, whoa, I managed to skip that. Great. But that shouldn't happen. Does it always happen though? What changed? It might happen sometimes. Okay. That means that the code for that thing is not good enough. If it's not reliable. Oh well. These 2 times it didn't work, so if it works sometimes, I guess players will be happy about that or something. I don't know. Do this. So to me, this all seems very linear. You're always doing the same thing. Maybe the controls are more limited than I think, so I need to add some sort of challenge. Well, there's this interaction here, which is cool. Okay, and this is where the bug happens, if I remember well. Here. No? Oh, it didn't happen this time, okay. Okay, here we go, and here we go. Yes. Okay, let's clean this up. Whoa, 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 yes. Okay, great. And this guy is going to take you somewhere, which we have to decide pretty much. Where that is. I think it would be kind of cool if it took you up here. Yeah. Or if it took you back. Yeah, if it took you here, maybe that would be kind of nice, because then I can make you fall there. Let me set this to linear. Great. So I'm gonna bring it a little bit forward again, and then here there might be a chance for a curve, or this guy needs to be a curve. Okay. And I don't know at all if this is going to work or not, but I think it looks kind of like a boring path, but we shall see. Just get this, make it a curve as well, but then it can be maybe a bit more fun. It's gonna go way too fast, I think. But we'll try it out. Well, this doesn't look too bad though. That's a bit too crazy for me, baby. You know what I mean? Okay, let's fix it. So there was a huge jump here. Possibility it being not a curve, I guess. Oh, is this why? I'm gonna lie, these are pretty annoying to edit. Yeah, sorry about that. Well, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna delete it, delete it, delete it, delete it, and delete it. Okay. And then, oh, maybe I shouldn't have deleted the, oh no, it's fine. I'm gonna make it, maybe just go straight for now. And we'll make it more complicated eventually. Know what I'm saying? Oh, that's the problem. Okay, so the problem was that this guy right here, the wall might be a little bit too high. But let's see. Yeah, that worked just fine. It worked beautifully. I loved it. Why are you doing this? What is going on right here, though? Did someone hurt you? Why? I have no idea how this tool works, I guess. What if I wanted that to happen? Like, why is it going like this? Is this... Oh, is that why? So this is 0. I think I kind of like most likely messed it up, so I'm gonna just delete this whole thing. I'm gonna bring a new one in. I'm gonna copy the location of this one, and I'm gonna start this one right here. Okay, so here there are 2 points, and the second point should be right here. I'm also gonna set it to the same value, and once there we go, and once this happens, this should work just fine if I'm not crazy. Let's see. And I'm crazy, obviously, because I forgot to assign it. And you know, assigning is pretty important. Just see if it gets there correctly. It looks pretty fine to me. Okay, great. Okay, good. So if that works, it means that we can most likely than not go off on this one and maybe play around with it a little bit, where we bring it like this. We don't need to do any of that stuff. And here we can carry out another one. This one can maybe go up a little bit. Just want to make sure that I'm getting all this thing works. Hopefully something like that will make sense. Obviously it does not make sense. Because why would it? Why would it, okay? I need to learn how to use this tool that I made myself. Well, with a tutorial, but I still sort of changes that a little bit. It needs to turn around slowly. so at one point here, it does kind of go crazy. Is it moving right now? Oh, there it is. Okay, that does not bother me at all. This kind of does. Yeah, this is not good. I'm gonna make it go a little bit faster so that it's not too boring, because I feel like it might be. That feels weird. That also feels weird. I don't want it to go too crazy, I guess is what I'm trying to do. Maybe I need less points and just make it a little bit straight to the point. Well, a bit shorter as well. There could be some potential here. Let me just go back into modeling and this here, and so that I can bring out a roof for this, right? Let me reset it from the actor. The actor that I'm selecting, by the way, is this guy right here. So this actor here should know what to do. The thing is, however, that this part right here does not need to be covered, because the one thing that I don't want to see happen is the player going from here into that roof over there. We're gonna redo the lights and whatever, but for now we're just trying to bring the player in here. Okay, that kind of works. It's just that it gets here in a very weird way. Happy about that, okay? I want you to be happy about stuff sometimes. Got to be happy. Maybe I need to find a way to make it not not be weird. I think that one thing that I can do is just cancel here. And the problem was what? It was going too far in here. No, it was... Yeah, maybe this could be cut off by 1. And it doesn't even need to connect with this, by the way, so I don't know why. Although I could... I guess... start the wall up here like this. And as it gets here, it drops you, and you should be good now. I mean, I guess. It drops you right here. And it bugs out. But you know what? Let's not care about that. Let's not worry too much about that yet. Although, I'm not quite sure why it would bug out like that. Since I'm not rotating it, and I'm not doing anything too crazy here, I don't think. Is this 0, 0, 0, 0, and 0, yeah? This guy right here. Yeah, all it does is it goes this way, and this guy should be this, sort of. And let me just try to make it all linear right now. That way this guy can go here. So, and then when I do this, I always just pull it back so that it's not as crazy, I guess. I always say let's not worry too much about that because I don't want to start tweaking values, but as any normal human being, I end up tweaking values. Whoa. Okay, so the thing that I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go in here and I'm going to edit the blueprint, and I'm going to add a rotates boolean, and I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do branch, and I'm gonna do, if it's true, no, I'm gonna do, I think, switch on, no, it's select on, yes, no, it's gonna be what? It's gonna be select or switch, select bool, select, and the index is gonna be this boolean right here. Now, if it's true, if it rotates, we're going to select this. We're going to do this. If not, we're going to do this, and we're going to do get rotation, get rotation or something like that, and we're going to do this. And I think this can make sense. So let's see if we do that, and this right here is an instance editable, and by default, does it rotate? Yes. So far it should rotate, but this guy right here does not. And we're gonna see if that works. So right now it should not inherit the rotation of the spline, I think. Great. That works. We can just move as is. Okay, now let's test it the other way around. Can I still do what I wanted? That's important too. Maybe at some point I will want to do that. It does it. Okay, great. But we do not want it to do it. That in this case. I'm gonna drink some water. You gotta get hydrated sometimes. It's carbonated water, everybody. Great. I will not be burping on this stream. Do I want to? Yes. Did I just do it? Kinda, yeah. Not gonna lie. Am I dropping a lot of frames? I am not. It seems to be doing fine. I'm doing 60 FPS. So on that end, we're doing pretty good. I was afraid that streaming in my room would be a pain, but it seems like we're fine. Okay, so now I'm going to test out the level idea thing that I had. So the player could go back all the way there, or simply transfer to one of these. Kind of weird how it sort of I don't know if my splines are normal or not, but it's kind of like good. Duration 1. This also has a duration of 1, and this also has a duration of 1. So then it should all divided by that, correct? So at one point the player gets there, and now we're gonna imagine what happens. Yeah, the speed is kind of weird, honestly, but whoa. Okay, maybe give it a little bit more love there, guy. It's like inconsistent a little bit. Is this too much? Maybe a little bit too much. Yes. Bring it back a little bit, and let's bring this guy back a little bit, and also this guy back a little bit. Because we kind of want it to fit in there and seem like it was made for it, right? I kind of don't like the idea of having this. So I'm going to use a line. I can use a line blue for this, it's fine. So the player knows to expect maybe some sort of interaction or something, but maybe I'm going to make a special one for it so that I visually can see it. I'm gonna make a line blue. I'm gonna duplicate it, and it's gonna be called lined orange. And orange right here. It's gonna be another color, and I want you to guess what color that is going to be. You're good. You're very good at guessing colors. And then the actor. What was this? Oh, I'm gonna do it directly here actually. The cube lined orange. Boom. And that looks better to me. Speed is not very consistent, but this works good enough for me right now. And so since this is what's happening right here, I think that I could give myself the luxury, I guess, of hiding everything right here. The player doesn't really see any of that. And maybe hiding some more stuff right here. The player doesn't need to know what's going on. Does he? Does she? Do they? They do not. Am I right or am I wrong? Okay. Oh man. The bugs on this right now are really bothering me. Okay. So what I'm thinking that could be more fun even is if I do something like this, let's say. Right? And like this. Maybe more like this. Then what I could do is have objects that block the player off. So the player has to sort of move while they are on the platform. Edit, paste here. So the player can see it's not just going to be a safe little trip, okay? You should not. Oh no, no, I don't want to fall here. And another one in the middle or something like that. But I'm going to make this one go higher and be bigger, shorter. So this will be like this right here. And we're going to put it here. So as the player comes here, they'll have to move. And then I'm maybe going to put another one in the middle here. Somewhere maybe around here. Let's try that out. I don't know how much fun that's really going to be, or if it's going to be interesting at all. You know, you can kind of like, it's a very easy challenge, and then here maybe it's a little bit more interesting. I like the idea. I do not like the execution though. You know what? It's all good. I think this idea kind of breaks some stuff, but maybe if I scale it back to where it was. Yeah, it breaks that, so I'm gonna keep it back with the yeah, there, and then I'm still gonna do it, but maybe I could just make those hazards smaller. Just kind of make it so the player's like, what the fuck is going on here? Okay, that's cool. I think maybe the path is just too short for it. I'm not putting these two. Maybe, yeah, I kind of like this. This one I could put a little bit forward, just to give the player the time. Okay, great. Now, here's what I wonder. Even this guy right here. So do you really know? Just a little bit. Some little silly items that are fun to me. I love this. So stupid. I love that little part. I think that's cool. But here I think I'm gonna give it another statue maybe. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, that makes sense to me. And I think that maybe what I could do is something where you know, so that way it seems way more intentional. I'm guessing. I guess this needs to be a little bit bigger. This too. It gives the level a little bit more life, I think. Because this is way later. You're gonna go all the way here. You go here, you go here. You go through this, you go through this, you go through this, you go through this, and then you come back here and you see them again. Now, how come they can traversed? How come they can't go through that? Don't ask. Don't ask questions you don't want answers to, okay? What category. And now I think it's time for a little test of the whole thing, right? Okay. Let's see what we got. You get a sausage that can flip and flop and mess around. How great is that? Pretty great, I would say. Oh, what would be nice if there was water. Like water in there or something, or liquid. Why is it going so slow? Is there a problem? I feel like it might have been running slower at in full screen. In fact, I think it was running a little bit slower at full screen, is what I'm saying. You know what? I don't at all. I think that what I'm gonna do with this part right here is I'm gonna bring something else, possibly this guy right here, because I think that's way more fun than what we were currently doing, and that's just a little silly thing that the player can do and have fun with. And I think that's more important to me right now than giving them an unpleasant experience. So there, I said it. Now the question is, will this be more fun? Oh, I was moving the whole thing. I thought I was just moving the cylinder. So, when we get here, we're greeted by this. Oh great, what happened? Huh? Did I break? No. Maybe make it a little bit smaller and trust the process and trust the axis. Okay, so I think that this guy right here, we could do something about this. I think physics constraint. Okay, I don't remember anymore what this was. Let's just do this and see what happens. What I want is to make it be affected slower. So platform and this, so it's gonna be here for sure. Motion plus motion, all of that. Projection, I don't quite remember. Swing motion and all that stuff, yeah. But there has to be swing limits, okay. No. This is angular. Angular and... Hey John, how's it going? And... don't remember the... I don't remember what it was that I had to change to make it maybe a little bit more stiff or less stiff, but why aren't these swing limits? Your Brandy's fried? How so? Too much level design? So maybe if I make it even smaller, maybe this will be doable without too much craziness. Yeah, that looks right. Oh, Thursday, so that means in what, 4 or 5 days? Jesus, man. Sounds rough. Let's see if there's anything else I could do. Well, maybe I could test out the player's ability to go at an angle or something. But I kind of like this idea here. I just don't know how doable it's gonna be. I'm discovering that a lot of the stuff that I prototype to make the player interact with is not working all that well in real in actual context. So I either need to change them or just use other stuff. Although that could be sort of interesting if I put a cylinder in the middle. And give it physics. But make it only move on this axis. So if I give it a constraint, physics, lock rotation. So I don't want to rotate on the Z. I just want it to rotate on the what? On the God damn it. On the x-axis. Okay. I think. Do I know anything really? Mass, it's gonna be like 10 or something. Oh, you were? Oh, that's cool. So I'm thinking this could be actually sort of fun to mess around with. Kind of like an interesting little mini challenge that could just be annoying enough. You know, something like this where you kind of like have to deal with it. let's see what happens. Is this stream quality good? I'm just wondering because I'm streaming from my room and the Wi-Fi doesn't get here as well as in other rooms in my apartment, so I'm just wondering if... Oh god. That's kind of... I can... Oh wow, okay, this is kind of funny. Make it roll. It's great, cool. Awesome. Okay, so I'm just wondering about the physics material that I'm going to be using on it, and I'm thinking climbable. We shall see. I don't know. We're going to figure it out. It doesn't make it roll, it seems, because they roll to the same direction. And let me see with the climbing. Oh, I think climbable is just way too sticky. So I think I'm gonna make it something else. Not bouncy. Oh, no friction. Let's try ice. Or let's try rubber. Is it gonna be a little bit bouncy or something? I can push it. So the secret might be to just push them all towards the end and and die there or something. It is kind of fun though. You can kind of... I chose vehicle? Really? Oh wow, okay. Whoops. I'm gonna do rubber. These are the pre-made ones, so I don't really know what they do. I made a couple myself, but I've never used these. Okay, that's good. Whoa, that's pretty light. It would be nice if I could kind of like kick it up or something. What happens if I do this? Dude, this is sick. I could maybe... You know what I mean? Like lift it up or something. I think maybe one of the issues is that this guy right here is as big as the... way bigger than the rest, I mean. So I wonder what would happen if I just made more that are small. I just came up with this idea, so like, who knows what it's gonna be like. That's boring. That's pretty boring. Although, you need to push one here to get there, and maybe you need to get 2 of them or something. I think if you get 2, you can kind of climb. Which now, it might be an interesting... Okay. Cardboard. Let's see, cardboard. I like the idea that you're not able to climb without them, so you have to maybe push 1 or 2 of them. And it looks like we're pretty close to actually making that happen. I wonder if I bring 2 together, and if I push 1 with this, I don't know yet. I need to find a way to make it work. Let's see this one. This is one of the ones that I made. It seems to be sort of surfable, which is good. Can you make a physics jam? What do you mean? What do you mean by a physics jam? Like a game jam or a liquid? These ones are frictionless. Like a door machine. Oh, like that they would get locked or something? Maybe I just don't know the word. It's too crazy. I don't think that would happen. I don't know. Maybe. But this is kind of cool because I can kind of like climb it and push it with rubber, which I like because then I could just bring them all here and try to build some sort of like a mountain or something. And I'm pretty sure there's a possibility here to do something interesting. It's just I wonder what it is. Maybe this guy right here is a little bit bigger. It could help me out. And I'm just gonna clone him right here and have it. So I made a bunch of new stuff, by the way. I'm just editing one of the early segments. I could also increase the mass, and that might actually help me. Let's see, can I increase the mass a little bit? Here, we're gonna do custom, and we're gonna ignore the camera and also the mass. I'm gonna double it and pass it to the next one. I wonder if this guy right here could actually help me out or not. Well, I wonder about something else now. What if I made a little lock here? Oh, is that what you mean? Is that what you meant? Like, say... make it pass here or something. Is that what you meant? And the third one for what? 1, 2. 1, 2. Oh man, I did not get that at all. I was like, what is this guy talking about? Oops. I did not get that at all. But yeah, I guess that's a good idea. This might make it too easy, but just for the fun of it, right? Because I think it would be interesting to teach the player to do, like, let me see. So what if I made them way heavier? So this guy right here, not heavy. I said heavier, but I meant lighter, but with more damping, so that we could do something like this, you know. So I guess that the reason this isn't working is that I made it way too high. So I'm gonna try to make it maybe right here. And made it here too. Do something like this, I think. And I'm gonna put a hole right here so that the player can kind of maybe see. Whoops. So there's some sort of clue here as to what to do. Then I'm gonna put a collar or something. That's a cool idea, thank you. I kind of had it by myself, but you had it before. I just didn't get it at first. Kind of would like to. Maybe the problem here is that player what if it was one? I'm just gonna try it here. Might need to go way lower. Yeah, something like that. Maybe it's literally right here. That's how easy it would be. Okay, but now it's like way too far. It's gonna keep coming back. That's maybe like the next step, right? So you get it at one level and then you get it in another level. So how big is this? Like 1 cube. Okay. So I think maybe we could do something like this. Oh, you know what I did again? I clicked on the cylinder when I made the geometry, so that messed it up for me. Because of course, why wouldn't it? Cubrids is my life, and I hate my life. because of cube grids. This is really interesting though. I'm not gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. This is pretty good. Because what I'm thinking is, whoa. Also, then the person's gonna be like, what? What's going on here, dude? And then maybe like, okay, here you loser. And then they're gonna be like, oh yeah, of course I can do this. Kind of an interesting challenge though. And then you can't pass through. But you can. What do you say? Oh, you could position the luck further away from the wall and have different size rollers for. Dude, I love that idea. I'm not gonna do it on this one because it's the first one. I think if I show that idea again somewhere else, I think I like that idea of having to order them properly. That's so clever. And I love that we are now discovering new ways on how to use the player character, which to me is exactly the sort of stuff that I was struggling with, you know? And by sheer exploration, we're getting somewhere. But I really, really like your idea. I think it's exactly the sort of stuff that this game needs. I'm so close though. I'm so close to getting it. But I think this is a really, really nice gameplay moment. The player, if I manage to make it not too clunky, I think this is like exactly the kind of thing that would make the game go to the next level of like cleverness of what you can do with a controller. Now what sucks though is that I'm barely able to stick on it, so okay, nice. Kind of janky, but so what I'm thinking here is that maybe I'm not gonna go with this, and maybe it's gonna be something else, you know. Maybe I could put balls or something. Although this is kind of interesting, but maybe not this one, and maybe bringing them further back. Just to really get the player used to the physicality of it. You can set the orientation to agree. Yes, right. You feel too light. None of them are really touching the water or anything. Okay, so I wonder if I make it climbable, if it'll be more prone to do what I'm looking for. Yo, I'm getting good at this. I'm getting good at this. This is fun. That was fun. Might be maybe too hard for a new player, but at this point, they should know everything you can do. I think the idea here will be really to get as much, this as I can, position myself. Oh, it's really about like kind of like squeezing under and it's kind of about like squeezing under and pushing it like that. Okay, I'm gonna try and see what happens if I change the material to climbable. It makes my life just a little bit easier, you know. Let's see. I think it's making my life harder actually. Okay. So what progress did you make on your project, on your game? Taking a quick look at the streams to see if they're on, because I'm trying to multi-stream on Twitch and YouTube. Not like anyone is watching, but you know. You gotta start somewhere. Okay. Whoops. Whoops. Yo, what the fuck was that? That was crazy. Okay, but at least it kind of gives you a clue. I think that if you use the other cylinder, it can actually help you a lot. You know? Oh, that's the solution. That's like the easy solution to it. It's pretty sick, actually. And then this is the part that's kind of annoying once you get to that. You really need to be precise. Fine. This one does not move. Which is nice in itself as well. Let me get rid of this so that I can have more real estate for the game itself. And now we go here. And I haven't tried this part because I just changed it. So maybe it's not gonna work. So are you thinking a lot about the path that the player is going to take and all that stuff, or there's something missing here for sure? We need to add something here that's going to be interesting, and I think I know what I'm going to add. Okay, no, don't do that. Oh, I'm gonna show you something actually. Whoops. I'm gonna show you something that I did I don't know if you were here yesterday when I did it. So this, I think you were here, right? I think this is the last thing that you saw, pretty much. Like this whole, whoa, what the fuck? That's a huge bug. That's messed up. Yeah, okay, here. Okay, so this here is, you either get lucky, like basically you should fall off right here. But then I added this, which is a hole that you can get through, and the only way to get through is through that mechanic that you didn't figure out, which is doing this, like balancing like this. And that's the only way to get through. Okay. Maybe it could be shorter or something, but it's really just to teach the player that they can adjust, I guess. Maybe that should go in earlier, but for now, it's there. So here I'm encountering a weird bug where I have to adjust the camera because the controller is not responding the way it should. You see here, like I'm kind of like locked, or whatever. It still works. It's just annoying because the camera gets stuck here. And I think here I just got stuck. So I'm gonna start it over right here. So yeah, you stopped here. So now I'm gonna show you some of the new stuff. So there's these platforms here that move you from one place to the other. And then this is kind of like a fun little thing, but oh yeah, there we go. There's the columns that we saw before. They're actually part of this challenge too, which I think is kind of cool. And that's it. That's where I got so far. And this is the next part of the level that I was gonna work on, pretty much. So what do you think? I think one thing that I've noticed is that here it gets kind of boring. So I think once we get here, I need to revise some stuff. And I wonder if there's anything I have. Oh, maybe that's where I could introduce this. It's just like a little fun thing. Placed here. It's gonna be like a little cute thing that you can do. It gives you something new to do, I guess. It's nothing crazy, it's just fun. But I did feel like you get here and then you're just kind of like, maybe there could be something else here. Oh man, I can do that. I can do that no problem. You know I can do that. It's a good idea. Right here, right? Yeah, that should not be a problem at all. path. I'm gonna copy the location of this guy. Paste it right here. And normally, by default, it should be moving, I think. Needs collision, no, and it rotates, okay. I'm thinking about no checkpoints to go into the getting over it vibe, but I'm still not set on what it's going to be like. Okay. Obviously, it needs to go way faster. And then back here a little bit. So this guy right here should last maybe 3 seconds. And this first guy right here should last way less, like 0.2 seconds or something like that. This guy, 3 seconds. This guy, 1 seconds. See if I change that, does it change all of them? Okay, it does. Well, I mean, let me see. Would this, can I have different durations on different splines or not? One second. Okay, I can't set different times. What I can do is make it go back a lot more. For now, and sort of do something like this. For now, I know it's not perfect. I know it's not exactly what we wanted, but it could be. Then we know that, you know that we can make it in time. Let me 3.75 seconds or something. You've played Getting Over It, right? Okay, that seems fine to me. This part right here, the only thing I need to do really is what puzzles? You mean the little the different LDOs, you mean, or do you mean the level design? God damn it. Why must you be like this? So yeah, let me know what you mean exactly by puzzles. Do you mean the situations, thinking of the situations here and the scenarios, or thinking about how to make, for example, this thing, or... Oh, gotcha, yeah. You know the lasers right now, they're just a thing with with a material that has emissive lights on it. That's it. I wonder. The player. Okay, the player sees that. Yeah, so the player could turn the camera to figure out what to do right there. Okay. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do here though? I'm gonna add another piston. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna add another piston right here, baby. That's it. We got it. That's it. Easy, but not easy. Honestly, to do those things, I either just use logic, like just my logic of like how things work, or I looked for tutorials. Am I still streaming? Okay. I got an email that said congrats on your stream or something. And I'm like, I'm not over. Okay, so I think I'm gonna put another piston here. Okay. Maybe what we could do here is make them thinner like this, and we're gonna make them go in a seesaw type shit, you know? Like say one here and one on the other side, you know? Yeah, it's also my connection, honestly. I'm having some bad internet in my room, and right now I'm streaming from my room because I just felt like it, honestly. That's why. So here, and I'm gonna add a BP path and copy this. Ever try using a power line adapter? What is that? Like a Wi-Fi extender? So these I feel take too long to make, and they're a pain to so it's like an Ethernet cable, but using your internal house electrical wiring to send the data packets from there. Well, I've never heard of that actually. I live in an apartment, so I don't know if I can install stuff like that myself without permission. Also, I'm planning on moving out from this place eventually. So there's that. You have to do the whole installation or what? Sorry, I'm really bad at these things. Like any electrical or whatever. I don't know anything about it. So okay. I don't know, what do you think of this? I think it's kind of cool. It forces you to position yourself correctly. And then just use one movement without messing stuff up. Need to do something. Can I get out of here? Yes. Oh my god. I think this is doable. It's just kind of too difficult right now. But I think it's doable. Oh god. Oh my god. Whoa. That was crazy, dude. That was so dumb. Yeah. I think so too, and yeah, I think you need to be able to see yourself for sure. You see, these are so annoying to edit. So it doesn't crush you. Yeah, and the other thing that I could do with them is, for now at least, is apply a rendering general. I'm gonna maybe apply one of the materials that is transparent, I think. Ah, oh, damn it. God. I wonder if I change it to this guy, is it gonna change it to all of them? No, okay, so transparency. And my transparency, and this one too. I'm gonna give it this for now, because it's really the best I can do. So when I approach them, I can see through them. I don't think that's the best idea, but at least I can maybe it helps. Maybe it doesn't. This is like so frustrating right now. Thing is, for this kind of game, if I get good at it, it means that all players could get good at it and try again. So that's pretty fine by me, I don't mind. Yeah, because you could go a bit like that. Yeah, okay, I see how you can do it. You just need to really adjust yourself and not mess up. And be sure of your positioning. Your initial positioning needs to be good. Like, this is not gonna work most likely because I'm too nervous and too like iffy about stuff. But if I really set myself like straight like this, and I kind of like, yeah, and then oh, actually, these guys right here, they should be taller. Because I don't want the player to be climbing on them. This works. I think the player will be able to do this for sure. So they just need to position themselves clearly. Go like this, go like this. And once they got that, they can avoid the enemy and sort of make it through, kind of. You see, like, at least I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna give it 6 to 25 times. It's a neat collision, it doesn't need to rotate. But yeah, what you're saying is like outlines, for sure, and also an indication as to how far they can go. For instance, one thing that I could do that would be very easy to do would be just actually just make a cube that says to the player, hey, this is how far this guy's gonna go. Okay, my keyboard stopped working or what? There we go. So this will tell the player, hey, this is how far these guys are gonna go. Don't worry about it. So once they're here, you're good to go. I think just that bit of feedback might give the player a better idea of what to expect. You sent me on Discord? Okay, let's see. Oh, really? You know, it's really weird because my modem, like, I live in a tiny apartment, and the modem is in my roommate's bedroom, and for some reason it doesn't get at full power or whatever to my bedroom, and my bedroom is not, it's like 30 steps away, less, 20. But I never heard of that actually. It's interesting. It's so dark here. I'm gonna do the lights last. I can't start worrying about stuff that doesn't matter at this point. God damn it. I've never seen someone have a power line adapter at their place. We have some more, like, that's what's weird is that my apartment is like it's like a long out, like a long tunnel kind of, and my door is wood and it just slides, and yeah, we have walls and stuff. I guess that's maybe a problem or something. Okay, so we got through this, we got this, we got this fun part here, and then we're here. Okay, so we fixed that though. Okay. Okay, yeah, I think that's enough work for tonight. I worked on it in the morning and tonight, and that was 2 hours of work. I think I deserve a break. So thanks a lot for hanging out, John. Keep working on your project. Let me know how that goes. And I'll be back most likely tomorrow at some point. I'm going to try to keep streaming the game and development and hanging out. So thanks for the recommendations. I'm going to look into that stuff and see how I can make it better. But the thing is, since I'm going to be moving, I don't think it's worth the investment right now. Alright, cool. Let's mute myself and...